Hey, good afternoon, folks. Just want to talk about two trades that I took this week from both a price action and order flow perspective. Talk a little bit about daily bias and then finish up with a projection for the remainder of the week. So, for the dollar index, first of all, this is the projection that I drew on Sunday night. So, you kind of think of it like a chessboard. And where are we headed on the grand scheme of things? I thought we'd be bullish initially because I think the dollar index is going to break this big early support on probably tomorrow on CPI day. Okay, so we've got a lot of liquidity here, and I expect it's usually broken on big release days, big news prints. So this week we got CPI. It seems perfect for a raid down below here. That means we're bullish on the early part of the week because typically on Tuesday it's kind of a liquidity gathering day for the main move of the week. So if we key in Monday morning, looking at it a bit more granularly, I was waiting for draw on liquidity before the main bullish move. So we've got this trend line. We've also got these daily lows. I thought we might go below these daily lows, but below this trend line was sufficient. So I just waited for that and then switched over to the majors. I was looking at the euro initially. So if you look, this trend line corresponds to that trend line on the dollar index. Moved above there in the morning. There was a nice level on Bookmap. This is the limit order book if you haven't seen Bookmap before. This is a level of high liquidity, and there was three signals in this basically. So number one, we had absorption of these aggressive buyers. That large green planet is basically market buyers. They get absorbed on this level of high liquidity on the ask. These buyers then get trapped, so that means they'll get put under pressure, get forced to cover, and there was a bit of divergence as well. So how did that look on the chart? Well, basically that was the point of absorption. I just entered straight away. We reacted, and then there was this kind of compression movement. It's a bit more obvious on M1. This compression is obviously not gonna move up with much energy here, so it just kind of retested and then dropped like a rock while we were still in. So I posted this at the time. 7:13 was my projection, and then we scaled in at 9. You see, bang on 9 a.m. So yeah, that was a nice little trade. That did for the Monday. I didn't bother with anything in the afternoon. That was a good 8R because just show you my journal. Because we had this level of high liquidity, I had my stop right above there. So it was only 3 or 4 pips above. So it was a very high risk to return. And for Tuesday, if we go back to the dollar index, I expected the bull move to continue, just basically a further liquidity grab basically, to cover what I expect will be a bearish move on Wednesday, up above Friday's high, which has just hit today on the NYSE session. So again, looking for shorts in the majors, and I saw the best opportunity on cable on the British pound. So in the morning, this was during the Frankfurt session. Going to the live trading room. Okay, sold GU 7:44 a.m. Target 100 pips. That was a bit ambitious. I didn't hold for the full amount. There you are, 744. Entered a little early. So what was the signal on the order flow here? Basically, there was divergence with EU, so it was very pronounced. GU was making a higher high and EU was making a low, so they were diverging heavily. That was good enough confirmation for me. I just entered when volume picked up. We saw an imbalance develop here, got in short. So stuck that in my journal as well. You know, caught the lion's share of the move. So that was good. Both very similar short trades, Monday, Tuesday. If we get a retest to the imbalance that was created in the morning, it was quite a large imbalance. It was about 0.33 on the footprint. If we do manage to retest that, I'll jump in short again, I think. Given that it's 3:30, I might not enter if it's after 4 p.m. But that's good enough again for today. It was a good little 30-40 pips. Looking ahead, basically, I'm looking for the low of the week to be made today. So I think we'll react either off last week's point of control or take out last Friday and Thursday's lows, and then I think we're going to go bullish for CPI and Thursday's interest rate announcement for the pound. So we'll keep you posted. I'll try and do some live streams. I just started experimenting. So that Euro trade I mentioned, I live streamed, took the execution live, but I was just kind of getting into making videos again. So it might have been a bit, laggy, but that's that. If you want to join my community, I've got a listing on WAP. It's very affordable. Go through live signals every day for the pound, EU, for gold, for NASDAQ, for ES, and usually a bit of Japanese yen as well. So the first 2 people that sign up for this, I'll upgrade them for mentorship for free, and I'll give you kind of bespoke guidance over text and group voice calls as well, so you can follow along with my entries. I try and just take as few entries as possible and give you maybe 1 or 2 accurate good signals a day and give you a full breakdown of why we take this. And this is a pure kind of order flow price action group. We don't use kind of useless indicators, MACD, RSI, any of that stuff. We're looking at the limit order book. I've got 2 setups which I set out, one for trading ranges, one for trading trends, and I've got a pure order flow setup as well. I'm just about to kind of release that to the group based on dynamic icebergs in the order book. So yeah, it's good stuff. I highly recommend you join. It'd be good to see you there. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in Discord. I'll put a link in the description or put a comment, and yeah, we'll see you later.